Hi, my name is Jessie Richards. I am very excited to talk with you because if you're here, most likely you are a busy mom working your tail off. And you really just want to know, is there options for you other than that 9-to-5 job? For many years, I asked myself, what could I possibly do to earn money where I didn't have to leave my kids? And I struggled with this for years, trying to find a solution. I did everything from photography, tried to start my own photography business, to baking cakes, specifically birthday and wedding cakes. And it all felt like work. It all felt like I was spinning my wheels, and I truly just hadn't found my passion yet. And so when you're in that space and you're hungry to figure out what is the solution, what can I do, you sometimes, if you're anything like me, you're probably spinning your wheels because lack of time, lack of money, you want your free time to be with your kids because you're already not seeing them as much as you'd love to. So when you're in that space, it's important to step back. It's important to see, what can I do now so that tomorrow is better? That push for me was when I found out I was pregnant with my third son. So I had 2 boys that kept me very busy, and my husband and I got the courage to move to a new state, away from family, but I just felt in my heart of hearts that I was ready for a change. And in doing so, I was very excited, but I was nervous. And come to find out, 4 days after we moved, I found out I was pregnant. And I was completely shocked. I was blown away. I did not expect it, to be completely honest. I thought that I was late because of the stress of the move. And my third son was that push for me that I didn't know I needed. So prior to him being born, I shared with you that I was really looking for solutions. I was looking for things that I could do to not be tied down to that job. It wasn't until my 20-week ultrasound with my son Colin that I learned that he had some issues. And we didn't really know the extent of those issues other than he would need to be monitored after he was born. And so they told us, bits and pieces that there might be a few complications, but at 20 weeks, if we didn't want to do invasive testing, then we would just have to wait. And when Colin was born, he had some heart issues, he had some kidney issues, and at this time I was still working a full-time job and preparing to go on maternity leave, right, as most of us do. And I could not fathom having to ask my boss for time off to take him to his appointments or to request to be home with my baby because he needed me. I really had that realization in that moment that if I wanted the life that I kept chasing, I had to take action. So my husband and I, we had a long conversation about what our goals were, what the needs of our family was, and that was the push that I needed to say goodbye to my full-time job and hello to working from home. Super scary, super scary, because at that point I hadn't really generated any large sums of money to replace what I was making with my full-time job. But it was important to find that cross in the road, right? Where in your heart of hearts that you can't continue going in the direction that you're going because it's not fulfilling you or because your family needs you more. No job is ever worth sacrificing your family. We work so hard at our jobs for our families to get whatever we have left at the end of the day. My main goal and passion is to help other women to identify what you can do and still be 100% for your family because it's important. So when you have that heart-to-heart realization with yourself, it's important to identify first, where are your life goals at and how can you get to that next level as smooth as possible. And so I wanted to share that little story with you so that you knew what brought me to this point, because I think it's important when you are connecting with someone online that you not only know where they come from and how they can help you, but their motives. Because when I was learning how to work from home, I had a few role models, but none of them were moms. None of them fully understood what it's like to be a mom and the time that's involved with being a mom and being committed to your family. I encourage you, do not continue to wait for someday. Those babies are going to grow up with or without you taking action. So I encourage you to take that action. You deserve it and they deserve it.